Boy, these people done raided a building in Fulton County. The FBI just raided Fulton County's elections hub, and they were looking for 2020 election materials. They had a warrant. It was signed by a judge. People are either celebrating or they are horrified by this.
Wait, why would they be horrified?
Wait a minute. They're
FBI.
horrified because the FBI just raided the elections hub.
I got that.
This all has to do with the claims that the 2020 election was stolen.
Okay, there we go.
Some people, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
For the people in the back. For the people in the back.
You just said horrified. I'm like, what they horrified for?
Okay. Yeah, let's back this up a little bit. There have been claims that the 2020 election was stolen. Trump has been like the spearheader of these claims. It's kind of the reason why all those people stormed into the Capitol January 6th back in 2021, because they legitimately thought the election was stolen. The country was being like taken over by the deep state and, you know, all these things. I'm not here to say it was or wasn't. I don't know. I'm just sitting here on the news talking to y'all. But I will say it got the people in a tizzy, and people have been questioning whether or not that election was actually legitimate ever since. Other people have said, what are you guys talking about? Of course the election was not stolen. He just lost. He's just mad. He has no evidence. And Trump has been saying, I am going to get to the bottom of this. I'm not letting this go. Here we are. The FBI just raided Fulton County's election hub looking for election materials. So some people are horrified because they're saying, oh my God, the FBI just raided this building and they've taken all these election materials. They've taken things like ballots, and just random records. A bunch of records were taken from this building. And yes, ballots, tabulator tapes, digital ballot images, voter rolls, and records tied to the 2020 election. So some people are saying like, oh my God, what are they doing with all this? These were secure before this. How could he do this? He's just trying to make this up and give some kind of legitimacy to these claims. And other people are saying like, oh my God, this is amazing. They're going to get to the bottom of this.
The Republicans are mad that they're the ones that you think they're the ones that sent in the FBI people to go look at this. I'm putting these in quotes.
It's not even the Republicans.
I'm putting these in quotes, by the way.
It's DT.
Oh, okay. All
Our
right.
king, DT.
And here's, you know what's crazy? He reminds me of like your girl. Like this. I mean, I try to relate all these to analogies of like everyday life for me. That's how
that's good. No,
that's how I put them in. This feels like, you know how when you get in an argument with your girl and like 3 to 6 months later, she bring it back up. Like, you remember when you talked to that girl? That's what this feels like. This been 5 years. It's been 5 years, bruh. And you just now, you remember when y'all stole that from me? It's like, dog, you president again, brother.
Kind of.
You president again.
Kind of. So there were Democrat leaders and just people who were here in Atlanta who were kind of upset about this, and they got in front of the cameras and they were talking about it. Who is this?
This is a commissioner of Fulton County, and she's just basically giving a breakdown of what happened and what she thinks really is going on.
We are obviously concerned about once the ballots leave here, what will happen to the ballots, and our lawyers are going to be working on that. Let me just speak to the larger issue about what this is really all about. This is a scare tactic. This is something that we have seen done before. This is meant to make people afraid to go to the polls because midterm elections are going to be so crucial to course correcting what is going on in our country.
So it wasn't immediately clear what the FBI agents were investigating because they wouldn't say why or what they were doing, just that they had a warrant. So it is what it is. Be mad if you want. Republicans, like Representative Buddy Carter, said, this is great. We have a post from him that he posted on Twitter about this, and he was basically saying, like, let's just get to the bottom of this, shall we? Georgians are about to get some long overdue answers and learn just how right President Trump was in 2020.
Yeah. That's so interesting. Again, like you were saying, the whole point of this is like, Trump, why are you doing this when you already are president again? And I kind of liked the commissioner's explanation of it because it kind of makes sense logically. The election already happened. Why do you care? You're already president. There's a midterm election coming up soon. We're a purple state. Fulton County has one of the highest amounts of Democrats. We're Democrat in Fulton County. So we're going to go out there, send our FBI agents out there, spook people up, make them scared. Now people may look at this like, dang, if I go to this ballot and try and cast a vote or something like that, will the FBI be there? Will I get in trouble with the agencies or anything like that? Like, it's just like now people may be scared of what's to come.
See, and I have a different view on that, I think, which is crazy because I'm usually not the one who's going to really, I mean, I guess I am. I don't know. I don't really have a side these days. I think these people are all nuts. But it just seems like the FBI is not going to be there at the polls. Like, to tell people, like, this is the reason why you should be afraid, it's kind of fear-mongering a little bit. I don't know. I just kind of don't see it. I think there's some, like, legitimacy to saying, why are you trying to, like, you know, lift up all these rocks and find this stuff? At what end? What's the purpose to this? You know, you're already the president, you know, sure. On the other hand, if people are thinking that there was legitimately widespread fraud that went just silently under the radar and it skewed the election results, shouldn't we want them to investigate?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Now, and I thought like that too, because I was like, you know, it doesn't, I mean, if there was some things that happened that caused the election to go a certain way and there is something wrong with it, then sure, go for it. But it's still kind of been already like thrown in the past. Like, it's already been proven that there was no fraud or anything like wrong with what happened and how it happened. My thing is, Coffee County, right now, it's heavily Republican. Coffee County is a heavily Republican county, but they were being investigated recently because they had some document election interference at one point in time. So Coffee County had they had a breach involving Trump's aligned operatives. Election software was copied. Okay, yeah. So elections. So they basically had some election interferences going down that happened in 2020. Also,
I feel like I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, over out in Coffee County. So if they have some elections if they have election interference going on in Coffee County, why is the FBI not out there looking at Coffee County too? Basically, is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, I think. There was obviously the conversation that Brad Raffensperger had with Trump that was, you know, all over the place because Trump had asked him, really said to him, I just kind of need to find 11,000 votes because there were, you know, it was a very slim margin that Biden won. And he was saying to him, you know, I just need to find these votes. And people were saying, what do you mean you need him to find votes? Are you trying to get him to lie? And Brad Raffensperger was saying, you know, I'm not going to find votes. Like the election went smoothly. The election was safe. It was secure. The results we have verified time and time again. You know, we're not going to play this game with you, basically. Other people don't believe that. Other people think that there has been some fishy things that happened. To their point, nothing has been proven in court for the people who are saying that all this is just crazy and a witch hunt that has come out of nowhere now. So I don't know what's going to happen here. I do know that people noted that Tulsi Gabbard was there when they were seizing these documents. In fact, there was a lawmaker who posted about this. This is Senator Mark Warner, and he was saying, now why is Tulsi Gabbard at an FBI raid on an elections office in Fulton County? Tulsi Gabbard is the director of national intelligence. So she's supposed to be over things that have to do with like intelligence. You know what I mean? The intelligence community here in the United States, for her to be there at an FBI raid doesn't really make a lot of sense because she's supposed to, again, be more concerned with national security intelligence, not a local elections office, you know, dealing. That should be like the FBI doing all this. That's a bit too small for me to read without really squinting, but you can take a screenshot of that. And again, like look up what Senator Mark Warner was saying. He kind of is basically accusing them all of just doing this to be dramatic and kind of get the people going for no reason. Other people would suggest that she might have been there because there have been grumblings that there may have been foreign interference concerns. And in that sense, she would be involved. You know what I mean? Because she's over national security. So are there actual accusations with merit and evidence that there was a foreign interference, national security threat? I don't know because they didn't say anything. They just said, we got the warrant. We're here to get what we got the warrant to get, and we out of here.
Right. And I just want to clarify what I was saying with Coffee County, and it goes with what you was just saying. So Coffee County is heavily Republican, and what happened was it was unauthorized individuals that accessed voting machines in 2020, and the election softwares were copied, and the breach involved Trump-aligned operatives. This is still an ongoing investigation right now. So if you're going to investigate somebody, if you're going to investigate anything, investigate Coffee County too. Why do you think they're not investigating Coffee County? Because Trump won over there. That's what I think. That's what I think.
I want to say that there was an investigation here, and there were a couple of people who actually pleaded guilty. This had to do with Trump's role in the election interference case here in Fulton County. Oh my God, please look that up. I'm pretty sure there were like 4 or 5 people who were swept up in that whole case that Fonnie Willis was over. And, now it's like, dead in the water because, Nathan Wade and that whole drama with her relationship. But this was a whole plot. So say Fulton County officials that they were trying to figure out how to overturn the election here. And the case never really got off the ground. But what I'm saying is I'm pretty sure there were a couple people who pleaded guilty. And you can plead guilty for a number of reasons, not to actually say like, I feel like I'm guilty, just to say, I don't even want to go through all of this. What you're offering me to plead guilty could be enough for me to just decide I'm pleading guilty and leaving, or they could really have been guilty and decided like, I don't even want to go through y'all having to prove it. I'm guilty. We don't know. We know they pleaded guilty. So,
let me see.
While he is looking that up, I think that there is something to be said here for the perseverance that Trump has had on this. He's not letting go.
Not letting go.
He's trying to win the midterms, y'all. I think it's strategic. I think it's strategic.
How would this help him win the midterms?
Because again, it's scary. It's showing that, look, if they could, we could send the FBI agents almost anywhere if we wanted to. And mind you, there's investigations that's going on in another county, but you're not touching them. You're touching somebody who went blue completely. You're only affecting them. So now me as a voter in Fulton County, if I'm Democrat, I'm going to be kind of scared. I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I kind of want to stay clear of that. I kind of want to stay away from that. Cause who knows? I know the FBI was just out there, be careful. I can see somebody right now telling their family member before they go out and vote, be careful. They said the FBI agents was out there. So I could see that already happening. It's interesting.
Did you end up looking up? Because I want to move on, but I just want to make sure
I couldn't find anything.
Okay. I am like 95% sure. Let me just look this up real quick since we're here. Did anyone plead guilty in the 2020 election probe? Into Trump in Fulton County.
How do you even cheat on these things, dude? That's what I be trying to figure out. How do you even cheat on these?
That's what I was. We'll see what they do with this.
It's a million people like that vote. Like I don't. How do people cheat on these though? It's not like a standardized test or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's why Tulsi Gabbard is included in this some kind of way. If they're saying there was foreign interference, maybe a bunch of foreign nationals voted or they rigged the machine from Russia or China. I mean, maybe that's what they're thinking they might find. I don't know.
Okay.
Yes, 4 defendants in the Fulton County, Georgia 2020 election interference case pleaded guilty in 2023. And they all took plea deals. Essentially, 3 of them took plea deals. 1 agreed to cooperate. And then the case was later on dismissed because of, just very stupid reasons. You can go down that rabbit hole yourself. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on that because a lot of people are really, interested in seeing where that goes. Also, something that has the streets interested in seeing where it goes. ICE just opened up a satellite field office south of Atlanta. It's in College Park.
Yeah. Atlanta, it's no longer a rumor. ICE is here. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement has opened a satellite office in College Park. Lindsey Williams confirmed to WABE that the office is being used to accommodate additional administrative officers. So this isn't actually an office that's going to be conducting the searches that we've been seeing in Minnesota. This is just a separate office somewhere because they did not release the location. This is just a separate office somewhere in the Atlanta area. And this has a lot of people going crazy. The mayor of College Park had recently made some comments about it, saying, hey, why wasn't I notified about any of this? So we're just got to keep an eye out on it. But ICE is here, y'all. What do y'all think?
They put ICE, that satellite, in the worst place ever, bro. College Park, they tripping.
Hey, so we got a place for you to send your ICE officers.
They should have put it up in like Alpharetta.
Right,
like
Buckhead, at least the nice parts.
Y'all put it in College Park, boy, them folks find that place, bro, that thing is going down. But what? College Park, them folks not playing over there, bro. What?
Good luck.
Yeah, exactly. Good luck. That was the stupidest thing y'all could do. Y'all, you know what? You probably should have talked to the mayor of College Park before you did that. Be like, hey, should we put it over here? He probably would be like, nah, don't come over here with that, bro. Maybe go to Jonesboro.
Right.
Go to Jonesboro.
I wonder if they did that because it's kind of close to the airport. You know, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I wonder if they also just heard the name, College Park. That sounds like it might be a good, upstanding place for us to send our ICE officers. Good luck.
Good luck, bruh.